Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Sunday, the 9th day of March, 2025. It is the first Sunday of the season of Lent, and so we're bringing back these reflections on Sunday for these preferential seasons. So Lent and Easter, you'll have a thing from me on every Sunday. So it is the first Sunday of Lent. It is the day in which we begin our counting of the 40 days that will take us to the afternoon of Holy Thursday before the Mass of the Lord's Supper, in which after that we enter into the Triduum, the sacred 3 days of remembering specifically Jesus' passion, his death, and his resurrection. The question is always raised, well, are we not supposed to be fasting on the days that follow Ash Wednesday? No, everything is as it is, but those days that follow Ash Wednesday, remember, they are not days of Lent. They are days after Ash Wednesday. This is the first day that Lent is mentioned. And even in the prayer over the gifts, again, it's a bit of a convoluted prayer that's hard to read and hard to understand, but it speaks about the beginning of this sacred time. The beginning. Now, if you say that Ash Wednesday we began it, well, no, the missal, the prayers in that prayer over the gifts basically says that this Sunday is the beginning. It's the beginning of these 40 days that these days after Ash Wednesday have prepared us to enter into. Again, these days after Ash Wednesday focused upon the disciplines of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, and now we are meant to put them into effect for these 40 days. And so where do we find ourselves? Again, the cycle of Luke invites us to remember who we are and to whom it is that we belong. And that happens throughout all of the readings. In Deuteronomy, Moses gives to the people, through, again, God speaking through Moses, the whole summary of what God has done for Israel in rescuing them from exile, rescuing them from Egyptian slavery, rescuing them from oppression. All of those things that was undoing them as a people, God has eliminated so that they remember again that they are a people that belong to God, a people chosen by God, a people who are dear to God, and a God who rescued them from everything that would stop them from being that. In the letter to the Romans today, Paul writes about, again, that anyone who believes in God, again, will be saved, will have meaning brought into her or his life, will be able to see things for what they are and see things as they truly are and truly should be, who will not be led away by the distractions of the world, and will not let the distractions of the world give them a wrongful glimpse, of who they are, and even of the presence of God that resides within this world. Again, to trust that this God knows what this God is doing, to trust in this God who delivers us from all those things that get in the way of the fullness of our humanity and the fullness of who we are called to be. This is the God we are asked to remember in this season. And then in the gospel, the great temptations that Jesus faces. Again, 3 of them, not necessarily great temptations, but they are in basically what he is being asked to give up in following God and trusting in God, and to follow in the way of the world. Again, what the temptations demonstrate for us are 2 things. It's Jesus coming to an awareness of who he is and who he has been called to be and what he has been called to do in his ministry on this earth. But then also, again, it is the sense of who we are called to be, and how we are not to let the distractions of this world get in the way, that we are called to be something different in this world, to hope differently, to think differently, to respond differently. We are a people that are not of this world, although we live in it. And although, again, this world is very good because it has been created by God, our mission is to reveal that and not be led astray by the world's distractions, not be led away by the values and what the world thinks is important or thinks what matters. We are created to be witnesses. And in this season of Lent, we are to remember this call as witness, this call to live up to being Christ in this world, this call to living, to challenge this world in what it thinks it should value and tell them this is what truly matters. This is where life can be lived to its fullest. This is where hope and joy and wonder are seen. A continued blessed season of Lent, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.